Hey, this is Jon Johnson with a weekly market recap. All right, so rates, unfortunately, they have increased over the past week. Your average buyer is going to be in the mid sixes, mid to low sixes right now. Plenty of buyers are able to still be in the fives and some in the fours, with having a higher down payment, 15 or 20-year mortgage, or with some people doing adjustable rate mortgages. If you decide to go with those type of mortgages, I recommend 5/1s, which means it stays the same for 5 years, rather than any ones that are lower, because you could potentially get trapped if you go with a 2-year or a 3-year arm. But overall, though, rates have gone higher. But when it comes down to it, if the monthly payment still works for you and your family, I still do recommend either buying a home, refinancing to pay off debts, things of that nature. Year over year, there's been a change in the consumer price index. It's still around 8%, depending upon the report that you look at. It's still pretty high. It hasn't come down the way they want it to come down. Experts want this number around 2 to 3%, and this is the big number that ends up determining how our market is looking, and why prices are going up so fast right now when it comes to groceries, gases, things of that nature. So mortgage rates are also affected by a ton of different metrics, and this is the biggest metric that determines it. So as long as this number stays high, mortgage rates will most likely continue to trend higher, but hopefully by the end of the year, this number will start trending down so that we can be able to see mortgage rates start trending down as well. There are many factors that may affect a pre-approval. Income, debt, assets, credit history, employment, etc. Most important to understand is that these are not things that will completely put you out of the picture. Many people go online and research Google about these different things, and they get very bad information for um, uh, if they can be pre-approved or not for them. The only person that can tell you if you can be pre-approved is the actual mortgage lender. You do an application, and that lender tells you yes, you can be pre-approved, no, you cannot. Anything else that you're doing, your own calculations, etc., cannot tell you. Income-wise, I've had people on fixed income be able to get pre-approved into a home. Debt, many people care about medical debt, things of that nature. In the lending space, medical debt is not even counted. So you could have $20,000 in medical debt that is counted as a $0 debt against you in the lending space. Assets, many first-time home buyer programs, 10,000, 15,000, 25,000. Plenty of it out there to be able to assist with buyers, whether you're a first-time buyer or not first-time buyer. Credit history, many buyers have been able to get closed on homes at 580, 585 credit score. And employment, as long as you're W-2, we can use a new job as soon as you have a job employment offer letter. We do not even need pay stubs. We can be able to use a new offer letter, whether you live in the state that you're trying to buy in or in a different state. So many ways to get approved and get into a home. So do not count yourself out until you've actually spoken to a lender. Monthly Market Mastermind podcast is going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Myself, Gabriella, and a couple guests are going to be speaking about the market, what's changed over the past month. We'll put the entire video on YouTube afterwards, and then we'll clip it up into shorter forms and put it onto YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, things of that nature afterwards. Uh, Many, once again, down payment assistance programs. Hometown Heroes is the biggest one. So if you're a first responder, if you're a firefighter, I'm sorry, I said teacher, policeman, nurse, doctor. I've even seen massage therapists on there. There's up to $25,000 in assistance for you right now. This is a newer program, came out a few months ago, but it's helping out many first responders with getting homes. There's a big giant list of people that are approved for it. Normally, you have to be licensed in the field. If you want to be able to see that list, just shoot me a message. I can be able to get that for you. But even if you're not a first responder, there's still tons of programs out there, especially in the state of Florida, that can give you 10,000, potentially even more, towards closing on a home. I'm also available this weekend, so if you have any questions, give me a phone call. My phone number 321-460-0412. Email's on there as well. And I hope that you have a great weekend. Thanks.